I'm not a lawyer, but I read all 31 pages of the latest lawsuit filed in the Diddy universe, so let me recap what's being alleged. If you haven't watched my last video, please go watch it before you continue on with this video. Okay, so the attorney that filed this lawsuit is Tyrone Blackburn on behalf of a woman named Grace, and the suit is filed against Christian Combs, who the lawsuit notes is a 25-year-old auto-tuned and heavily edited rapper. And then before listing out details for the next defendant, who is Sean Combs, the lawsuit says, quote, "Unfortunately, as the saying has it, the apple does not fall from the tree." Sean Combs has been accused of several acts of SA, violence, and other deplorable conducts, and is the father of Christian Combs, who has seemingly taken after his father and the family business of reckless partying, violence, and other illegal conduct. There's also some other John and Jane Does who are listed as defendants. Okay, so when you get to the allegations in this lawsuit, it says that Grace was a stewardess in the yachting industry. And in December of 2022, she and her team were informed that they had been hired to work on a particular yacht during the holiday period. And it turns out that the person who chartered that yacht was Diddy. So while on the yacht, Grace works the shift from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m., which included dinner and drink service for the guests. The suit says that the makeup of the yacht quickly evolved from just Diddy and his family to a constant rotation of suspected sex workers and other A-list celebrities. The suit continues on to say that Grace found it very suspicious that after one shot of De Leon tequila or one mixed drink, various women on the yacht would be falling over themselves, panicking, or passing out, which led her to reasonably believe that the alcohol given to these women was likely laced. It then says that Grace was aware that Rodney Jones, a producer who was employed to work on the Love album, quote, was required to be on standby for musical recordings, often late into the night. So on or about the early morning of December 28th, 2022, Grace is told that Christian Combs was coming over to the yacht to record in the yacht's makeshift recording studio. So the suit alleges that Christian came over and was heavily intoxicated, but that didn't stop him from ordering more shots. And then the paragraph reads, quote, "Defendant Christian Combs was playing Cassie's Me and You in the background. Cassie was an artist under S. Combs and was his former love interest, who also accused S. Combs of SA and mental abuse." So Christian, according to this lawsuit, asked Grace to bring him some shots, and then, according to her, he started pressuring her to take shots from a bottle that he may have brought on board with him. She says out of wanting to be polite, she took them. But then, according to her, Christian insisted that she stay chatting in the studio and sit beside him. Grace says that she asked to leave, but Christian allegedly became aggressive to the point that he, quote, violently grabbed her arm and began hurting her. He pulled her to the seat beside him and prevented her from getting up. He then forced her to take another shot. The suit continues on to allege that Christian touched Grace's body and also tried to kiss her neck, face, and hands. Grace says she doesn't remember everything because of the alcohol, but she alleges that Rodney Jones has an audio recording of the incident. And then they provide a transcript of some of the incident that seems to be based on the recording that Rodney Jones allegedly has. So after the incident, Grace says that she left the studio, but a short time later, Christian called for her and, quote, demanded that she find him a place to sleep on the yacht. So she ends up directing him to the movie room, which has one door to exit and enter. Grace says that she entered the room, but then she alleges Christian blocked her from leaving it. According to the lawsuit, she then went into a corner of the room and Christian became, quote, physically and extremely aggressive. He cornered her and started to touch her. He then undressed himself and tried some other stuff. But Grace says she began fighting him, and then her partner, who was on board with her, came in the room, which is how she was finally able to leave. The following day, Grace says that she told the captain, but he only berated and scolded her about the incident, and then assigned her to work front of the house, which required personally serving Christian Combs while they continued to be on the yacht. The suit also alleges that the captain received a generous tip from Diddy in order to keep him quiet. In what seems to be a signature for Tyrone Blackburn lawsuits, this lawsuit also includes redacted names and footnotes about who those people really are. It also has some other allegations with some names redacted. Grace says that she has suffered greatly as a result of this incident, including losing her partner, falling into a depression, and other things, which is why she's suing for assault, battery, SA, premises liability, which is specifically against Diddy since he was the one that leased the yacht, aiding and abetting, which is also against Diddy because according to this lawsuit, Diddy knew that an assault was being or going to be committed because he encouraged and fostered an environment and culture to his son and employees to do whatever they want to the yacht staff. Some of the other causes of action includes intentional infliction of emotional distress and negative infliction of emotional distress. She's asked for a jury trial, so like the other lawsuits, we will see how this plays out. As always, docs are on my Patreon, and if you don't want to join my Patreon, don't.